Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Schwartz-Reichel. My career began in music education where I learned the importance of a key change, a shift, in the tonal center of a piece of music, often used to inject energy or produce significance. Eventually, I realized the impact of making key changes in all areas of my life and the desire to help others do the same. Making key changes can be difficult. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I do like to pose questions for reflection and offer actionable key changes for us to attempt in both our working and living situations. Together, we can unlock our greatest potential in collaboration with those we love, serve, and lead. Let's discover how we can grow together by making key changes. Today is my parents' 52nd wedding anniversary. If you've listened to this podcast from the very beginning, you know how deeply I love and care for them. They've been part of my stories, my reflections, and some of my most meaningful episodes. In fact, two of my most downloaded episodes in recent months have been episode number 91, titled Lessons My Mom Continues to Teach Me, and episode number 96, Lessons Learned from My Dad. Clearly, their wisdom resonates far beyond just my life. On December 16, 1973, during an actual snowstorm, my parents exchanged their vows. The traditional words many of us know are, I, Frank, take thee, Donna, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. Those vows were not just spoken. They have been lived fully, fiercely, quietly, every day for 52 years and counting. My parents have known the poorer. My dad especially. He grew up as child number 5 in a family of 11 children. He's told me stories about how many kids shared a single bedroom in their packed 3-bedroom home. How the reason they even owned a television, actually the first color TV in their entire town, was because his father won it in a church raffle. And my dad still swears that raffle had to be rigged, as if the whole community agreed that the Schwartz family, with all 11 kids, deserved a little unexpected help. My parents built their life from that foundation. Humble beginnings, tight spaces, and a whole lot of hope. For most of their 76 and 80 years, they've been remarkably healthy. But in recent years, they've begun navigating more doctor appointments, medications, and the realities that come with aging. And yet, even in that, they are learning a new kind of love, one that looks like caretaking, patience, worry, teamwork, and tenderness, and that neither expected to lean into so soon. One that, at times, falls more heavily on one of them, and yet is carried with grace. Still, every day they hope. They hope for good mornings, good news, good moments. They hope for health and for the continued gift of simply being together even longer than 52 years. And even in the midst of caring for each other, they continue to parent their 47-year-old daughter. Just last week, I had a moment of panic, one of those moments where life overwhelmed me. And without thinking, I called my parents. I cried. I talked. They listened. Because they always have. They have loved and cherished me for the entirety of my life. Last week, I shared that my one word for 2025 is hope. Hope feels fitting today. Like my dad, I'm blessed with a wonderful husband. He is hardworking, dedicated, and ambitious. He's active in our children's lives, not just as a parent, but as a coach, a guide, and a role model. And he's active in mine too. Beyond being my partner, he is my best friend and my confidant. I've said this before on the show. He helps me see the world from angles I might never consider on my own. And maybe you have someone like that too. A spouse, a partner, a dear friend, a sibling, a parent, a mentor, someone who loves you without conditions, without keeping score, and without making you earn it. My hope is that you do. And if you don't, my hope for you as we move into 2026 is that someone enters your life who does love you in that way. Someone who sees you fully, supports you deeply, and walks beside you faithfully. Because unconditional love doesn't just change your life, it anchors it, it steadies it, it shapes who you become. And on this 52nd anniversary of my parents' journey together in marriage, I'm reminded once again that love, real, steady, enduring love, is one of the greatest hopes we can hold. Did you like this episode? If so, pass it along to someone who might need it today. It's the best way to get the word out about this show. The link to subscribe to the weekly newsletter is waiting for you in the show notes. While you're there, take a peek at the other resources in the show notes. As a reminder, the Confidence Retreat for Women is scheduled for January 9th in Eldersburg, Maryland. Click the link in the show notes to learn more. Registration will close December 22nd. And if you're planning an event, I'd love to be a part of it. Book me to speak, and let's partner together to strengthen your people. How are we making key changes to embrace unconditional love? Thanks for listening. If you haven't done so yet, please consider rating and reviewing the Making Key Changes podcast on the Apple Podcast app. If you found this episode helpful, please consider sharing it with others and joining me again next week. In my coming episodes, I'll discuss topics that are most passionate to me, along with things I've been researching or areas of my life I have changed or want to change. You can learn more about me on my website, makingkeychanges.com. Feel free to message me through there or reach out on social media. I'd love to hear from you and learn about what key changes you hope to make.